Hi team, it's Brent here. A common question that we receive is why do we use broad match to look at SEO traffic figures, but then use phrase match to look at SEO competition figures? Why don't we use broad match for both or phrase match for both? Why are they so different? Well, the reason we measure traffic using broad match figures but measure competition using phrase match is because it gives us the best insight into our marketplace. When we're looking at traffic figures, we look at the broad match figures for the keyword because it gives us a deeper insight into which keywords have the biggest potential future gains for us. But when we're looking at the competition figures, we use phrase match for the competitor counts because this tells us how many true competitors there are for that keyword. Let me show you what I mean here. Let's take a look at SEOT, the SEO traffic scores in Market Samurai. When we look at the traffic around a keyword, what we're doing is trying to compare two different keywords to find out which one is most likely to give us more visitors. Because more traffic around a keyword means that there's more potential profit for us. More traffic means more potential visitors. More potential visitors means more sales, and more sales means more money. So we want to set our website up around a keyword that has the most traffic, the maximum potential traffic. But here's the tricky thing about keywords. If you're optimized for a keyword, you don't just get visitors for that single keyword that you optimize for. You might optimize for a keyword and get traffic for that keyword, but you'll also get traffic for a lot of other related keywords too. So let's use some real-life statistics to prove this. If you were to take a look at what sites ranked in the top 20 positions in Google for the top 30 million keywords, you would come across 13 million websites. That's 13 million websites sharing 60 million positions in Google. And that means, on average, every one of those sites ranks somewhere in the top 20 spots. If you were to look at what sites ranked in the top 20 positions in Google for the top 30 million most searched for keywords, you would come across 13 million websites. Now that sounds like a lot, but that's 13 million websites sharing 600 million positions in Google. Now that means on average, every one of those sites ranks somewhere in the top 20 spots in Google for at least 46 keywords. Not just a single keyword that they're optimized for, 46 keywords. So again, you might optimize your site for a single keyword, but just like most sites, you'll rank well for a lot more. You'll rank well for other related keywords too. And by looking at the broad match figures, we get to see the traffic for that specific keyword plus all of the broad match variations of that keyword all together. And that's pretty neat. This is why we want to use broad match to do keyword traffic analysis, because we want to know which keywords give us the maximum benefit when our site ranks for more than just one variation of the keyword. So by looking at broad match SEO traffic figures, we get a better understanding of how many people are searching for our keyword plus all of the related derivatives that we might end up ranking for. Now let's have a look at SEOC, SEO competition. When we look at the number of competitors that there are for a keyword, we're trying to find out which keywords have the fewest competitors. Because the fewer competitors there are for a keyword, the fewer sites there are that we need to beat in order to outrank those competitors for that keyword. And this generally means we can rank faster and better with less effort and start making more money sooner. So Why do we always use phrase match for SEO competition when we use broad match for SEO traffic? Let's use Market Samurai as a great example of this. If we did a search for Market Samurai as our keyword, broad matched, and have a look at the results that are returned, there are two things that you quickly notice. Firstly, and probably stating the obvious here, you notice that there are a lot of sites listed that use both the words market and samurai that are very relevant to the Market Samurai software. But if you keep looking down the Google listings, you'll see that there are a lot of sites down towards the bottom that are irrelevant. They use the word samurai and market, but aren't relevant to the Market Samurai software. They're talking about the samurai bonds market, or the market price of a Suzuki Samurai car, or they're talking about news that samurai swords can no longer be sold in markets. Or there are even a couple of results here that are talking about samurai manga comics that are being sold in flea markets. Now obviously if we're searching for Market Samurai, we want the Market Samurai software. So all of this is irrelevant. And if Google's goal is to keep the most relevant sites in the top positions of the search engine, what chance do these sites have of ranking #1 for the keyword Market Samurai? Well, the answer is pretty obvious. They've got none. They'll come up broad matched in a search for Market Samurai, but they'll never rank #1 for Market Samurai because they're not relevant to this keyword. They just mention the two words, samurai and market, somewhere on the page. So the first reason that we use phrase match is because it gets rid of a lot of irrelevant sites that might skew our numbers and make it look like it was harder to get a top ranking for that keyword than what it actually is. The second thing that we notice when we're looking at our search results is that sites that use the keyword in the same order that is searched naturally appear at the top. So if you're searching for the words Market Samurai in that order, sites that mention the words Market Samurai in that order will naturally appear at the top of your results. And here we see two different Google results pages for our keyword. One that is phrase matched and one that is broad matched for our keyword. And both pages are identical. That tells us that sites that mention our keyword in order have a natural ranking advantage. And this makes sense. When you're doing SEO, the most basic thing that you can do if you want to target a keyword is to just mention the keyword somewhere on the site. That's the absolute minimum. Sites that don't at least mention the keyword that they're targeting aren't likely to be, ranked for that keyword. Sites that don't at least mention the keyword that you're targeting aren't likely to be strong competitors of yours. But sites that do mention the keyword in that order are your true competitors. They're at least doing the minimum amount that a site can do in order to be optimized for a keyword. They're mentioning the keyword on their site. And this is what phrase-matched SEO competition figures tell us. It tells us how many competitors we have in our market, how many sites have the minimum amount of optimization for our keyword. And these are the sites that we need to beat. So when we use phrase match to look at SEO competition to count how many competitors that there are in the market, we're getting a much better understanding of who our true competitors are in the market. So let's recap this. When we're looking at traffic figures, we look at broad match traffic figures for a keyword because it gives us a deeper insight into which keywords have the biggest potential future gains for us. But when we're looking at competition figures, we look at phrase match competitor counts for the keyword because they tell us how many true competitors we have. Simple.